From pleasure to power, women who ruled the Ottomans. Discover the untold stories of Ottoman concubines who rose from the shadows of the harem to the heights of imperial power. These remarkable women defied the odds, influencing politics, shaping the empire's future, and in some cases, ruling it from behind the veil. From passion to power, this is their story. The Ottoman Empire experienced a unique period where the power of women in the royal court, particularly the sultanas, became highly influential. This era, known as the Sultanate of Women, saw royal women exert significant control over the empire's politics, especially within the imperial harem. The rise of these influential women began with the reign of Sultan Selim II and continued to grow through the reigns of his successors. One of the most powerful figures in this period was Nurbanu Sultan, mother of Sultan Murad III. Nurbanu Sultan, originally a concubine, became the wife of Sultan Selim II and the mother of Sultan Murad III. When Selim II ascended the throne, he became the first Ottoman sultan to focus more on his personal life than on the affairs of the state, delegating many responsibilities. This allowed Nurbanu to play a decisive role in political matters, acting as the de facto ruler. She was involved in key decisions, including appointing the Grand Vizier and forming alliances with influential figures, such as the Os of the harem. When Sultan Murad III ascended the throne in 1574, Nurbanu's influence only increased. She held considerable sway over state affairs, leading historians to refer to Murad III's rule as part of the Sultanate of Women. Real power was transferred to the harem, with Nurbanu controlling much of the decision-making process. Her influence during Murad III's reign marked a shift in the dynamics of Ottoman governance, bringing the imperial harem into the political forefront. Safiye Sultan, originally born as Sofia Bafo, entered the Ottoman court as a concubine and caught the attention of Sultan Murad III. She became the mother of Sultan Mehmed III, securing her place in the royal hierarchy as the valid sultan, queen mother, when her son ascended the throne. Despite Nurbanu's attempts to weaken Safiye's position by introducing other concubines into Murad III's life, Safiye maintained her influence due to the deep affection the sultan had for her. The relationship between Nurbanu and Safiye was fraught with tension. As the reigning valid sultan, Nurbanu sought to diminish Safiye's power by steering Sultan Murad III's attention toward other concubines. However, Safiye's political acumen and alliances within the harem allowed her to withstand these attempts. The secret struggles between these two powerful women shaped the inner workings of the court during Murad's reign. Safiye's ambition and political skill allowed her to outmaneuver Nurbanu in the latter years of Murad III's reign. She built strong alliances with the Os of the harem, securing her influence. Her success in consolidating power positioned her to play a central role when her son, Mehmed III, ascended the throne. Safiye ensured her son's succession and used her position to further solidify her control over the Ottoman court. Safiye Sultan's ruthlessness became evident when she ordered the execution of Sultan Mehmed III's 18 brothers to eliminate potential rivals to the throne. This brutal act was intended to secure her son's reign and her continued influence over the empire. The mass fratricide, a common practice in the Ottoman Empire to prevent succession disputes, earned Safiye the moniker the Butcher. During the reign of Sultan Mehmed III, 1595–1603, Safiye continued to wield significant power. She controlled key appointments, including those of governors and viziers. Safiye's dominance over the political landscape during her son's reign highlighted the extent of the Sultanate of Women, as the real authority often lay with the queen mothers and harem women rather than the sultan himself. Safiye's influence began to wane following the death of her son, Sultan Mehmed III, in 1603. With the death of the reigning sultan, her status as valid sultan ended, and her political power diminished. Nevertheless, her legacy as a formidable and influential woman during one of the most tumultuous periods of the Ottoman Empire remains significant. After Safiye Sultan's decline, another powerful woman emerged, Kosum Sultan, wife of Sultan Ahmed I, 1603–1617. She became one of the most prominent figures in Ottoman history, continuing the tradition of women ruling behind the scenes. Kosum played an active role in governance during the reigns of her son, Sultan Murad IV, 1623–1640, and her grandson, Sultan Mehmed IV, 1648–1687. Her influence extended beyond the court, as she also played a key role in appointing military and administrative officials. Kosum Sultan's lasting impact on the empire was profound. Her ability to remain in power through multiple reigns and navigate the complex politics of the Ottoman court is a testament to her political genius. Like Nurbanu and Safiye before her, Kosum's influence shaped the policies and decisions of the empire during her time as valid sultan, making her one of the most renowned women in Ottoman history. The Sultanate of Women had a profound impact on the Ottoman Empire. During this period, many sultans delegated their powers to the harem women, leading to shifts in the balance of power within the empire. This concentration of power within the harem, however, also led to internal conflicts and rivalries, which in turn affected the governance of the empire. The decline of the Ottoman Empire was partly attributed to the internal struggles of the royal family, particularly the power battles within the harem. Between the death of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent and the ascension of Sultan Mustafa IV in 1807, 18 sultans ruled the empire, with many being deposed or assassinated due to the intense competition for the throne. The period was marked by instability, much of which stemmed from the political interventions of the royal women. The Sultanate of Women, Kadınlar Sultanat, refers to a period in Ottoman history, roughly from the mid-16th to the early 17th century, when women in the imperial harem wielded extraordinary political influence. This era, spanning approximately 130 years, is most notable for the roles of women like Hurrem Sultan, Nurbanu Sultan, Safiye Sultan, and Kosum Sultan, who exercised power both directly and indirectly through their relationships with reigning sultans. Nurbanu Sultan, wife of Selim II and mother of Murad III, was known for her diplomatic skills, especially in handling relationships with European states. Safiye Sultan, her successor, was a master of palace intrigue, deeply involved in securing her son Mehmed III's position and navigating political challenges. Kosum Sultan, perhaps the most powerful among them, served as regent for her young son, Murad IV, and later for her grandson, Mehmed IV. Her political influence extended to a point where she managed state affairs, formed alliances, and handled rivalries within the palace. These women's political maneuvers often led to court intrigues, power struggles, and even assassinations, reflecting the high-stakes nature of Ottoman politics. Despite the challenges and controversies surrounding them, their impact was profound, demonstrating how women could shape the political landscape of the empire from behind the veil, influencing decisions, and at times, determining the empire's future course.